a fresh pair of shoes on. Nikes, every Jordan with the jewels on. You know the vibes, I'm a sneakerhead. On me, I get a lot of bread. On me, I get a lot of bread. Yo, they call me Retro Rhyme. I ain't standing in no lines. I just pull up at the store and then the homie give me. Yo, I keep a fresh pair of shoes on. Nikes, every Jordan with the jewels on. You know the vibes, I'm a sneakerhead. On me, I get a lot of bread. On me, I get a lot of bread. Yo, they call me Retro Rhyme. I ain't standing in no lines. I just pull up at the store and then the homie give me mine. See, I started from the bottom. Look how far I done came. Went from buddies on my feet to rocking heat every day. You know, Puma or Jordan or Reebok or Nike. Cements ain't scuffed up. I'm feeling like Spike Lee. Who right beside me? I'm doing the right thing. OG by nature, but lately a hype beast. 3 stripes and G nights when I'm out in Cali. NY, I stay fly. In Chi-Town is Yeezy. Force Ones in DC, cause y'all boys can't see me. Feels like a 3P in Philly, rock Kobe. Now I'm not joking. Go beast mode in Oakland. Eat beats like Copeland's, rock Blazers in Portland. I guess it's Dame time, homie, in my Adidas. Born in the 80s, but I love to rock my 9 to 5. I keep a fresh pair of shoes on. Nikes, every Jordan with the jewels on. You know the vibes, I'm a sneakerhead. On me, I get a lot of bread. On me, I get a lot of bread. I keep a fresh pair of shoes on. Nikes, every Jordan with the jewels on. You know the vibes, I'm a sneakerhead. On me, I get a lot of bread. On me, I get a lot of bread. Yo. What's good, man? It's your boy, Retro Ryan, and we are back with another episode of Kixology Sneaker Closets, man. As y'all can see, I got the merch on, Rare City Kixology. So I'm feeling real good today, man. Make sure that y'all go to the link that's inside of my bio and go cop yourself a shirt, man. Go cop yourself a hoodie for the winter season. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of stuff coming out, man. So I really need y'all support in the sneaker community. Today, we got a really dope episode. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Because we actually have an artist coming on today, and he's going to be showcasing some of his work, as well as, new pieces that he may or may not want to show inside of the show today. And, man, this guy, I'm telling you, y'all are going to be pretty amazed at the type of stuff that he does. You might have seen him gifting PJ Tucker some of his work. A few others basically in the game right now. So I'm excited basically to have him on the show today. We're definitely about to send the invite out to him. But before we do that, I want to make sure that y'all are having a great day. And also, I want to know, have y'all added anything to your collections recently? Y'all already know, before we bring on the guests, we always want to know what's going on with the audience out there. What sneakers have y'all added to your collection? If not any sneakers, what gear, what merch, what hats, what have you added to your collection? I'd love to know. So this is the opportunity for you to comment below. Let us know like what type of stuff that you basically have out there in your collections or you've added. Shout out to Flip a Drip, Funny Money Bags, Hove the Great, Corman, Feliciano, Little Rashada, Zine 300, Will Shazez, 5, Louisiana 5 was good. That's my brother. Yeah, man. See, Zebulon 12, Devin Mitchell 54. I believe that's Dan Yahia. Shout out and Skeeky Girl coming through. Was good. New Balances. Yeah. Now that's what's up, man. Fresh pair of New Balances, huh, bro? I love it. Yeah, man. So today, man, we got, let me see here. Make sure I can get him on. Happylifewood. Hopefully we can get him on.
Yeah, but man, I'm really excited, man, to interview this guy, Happylifewood. He does amazing artwork using wood. And I honestly, man, y'all got to check this stuff out, man. This guy is incredible at what he does, and I'm just excited to have the opportunity to interview him and get to know him, not only as a person but as an artist. So this should be a lot of fun. I see that he just actually joined the live. I just Happylifewood, blessings to you, fam. I actually just sent the invite out to you. All you should have to do is accept that invite, and you should be able to join in on camera, and we can get started with the interview. RC Kicks, I am K Simone. What's good? Blessings to you. Thank you so much for tuning in to the show today. Um, as y'all can see, I've already posted a reel up to have everybody laughing. Okay, I see Happylifewood is unable to join at this moment. I actually just sent the invite out to you. So if you could, what you could do is you can actually request to join the live, Happylifewood, and I'll basically bring you on onto the live. So can you send a request? That option should have been in your comment section on the live. If you look up basically in the comment section, it should say request to join, and if you hit that button, I can accept you and bring you in. If not, all you have to do is accept the invite that I sent out to you, and you should be able to come on. But yeah, man, a lot of dope heat. Okay. I actually haven't purchased anything in a while, man. Oh, Skiki Girl, thank you so much. Oh yeah, absolutely. Cal is always the star every time that she's able to, come on the live and come on the reels and basically do her thing, man. It's always a lot of fun to showcase family, being a part of what I do, because they are very, very important in what I do. I want to make that known that my family means a lot to me outside of God. So I'm going to basically be showcasing them a lot more inside of my content, because they're really funny once you give the opportunity. Of course, Happylifewood, I actually just sent you an invite. I just sent it. So you should be getting it. And all you have to do is, and whenever I send it, it's saying that you're unable to join. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm sending the invite to you now. It's sent to you, brother. It's sent. The invite is actually sent to you. All you have to do is accept it, and it should bring you on camera. Inky Money was good. Yeah, man. A lot of dope people inside of the comment section. Shout out to the people that were able to tune in today. I really appreciate the support. Again, we got Happylifewood coming through today. We're trying to get him on camera right now, y'all. Thank y'all for being patient with us. Typically, it's just a simple procedure and the invite, but sometimes Instagram, has its challenges. But we're gonna try to get him on, man. We're gonna try to get him on today for sure. It still says that you're unable to join Happylifewood. I don't know what's going on. Is there any way that you can request to join the live? Because I've actually oh, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Buy Better Every Day, man. Major shout out to them. They have display cases that you can use for a bunch of things, but of course, me being a sneakerhead, I use them for my sneakers. So just want to let that be known that when it comes to sneaker cases, I buy from Buy Better Every Day. Major shout out to the brand. I love the brand. I want to make sure that I'm giving them their love because they're doing dope things. Let's see, my bro DJ, what's good, man? Louisiana in the building. Stand up. Man, I don't know what's going on, man. We're trying to get him on cam. Maybe I'm let me see here. Happy Life. Let's see. Yeah, man, we're trying to get Happy Life on the cam. By the way, y'all, I'm gonna keep on saying this because I really need your support. This is the Kixology merch, Rare City Kixology collaboration T-shirt. Y'all make sure, man. Y'all make sure to go on and support, man. Support us, man. Purchase something off of the website. The link is literally in the bio. Oh, and thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. If you came up in our era, you know that hats like this, and you know what this is a staple in our generation. So y'all know what it is. I appreciate that love, man, for real. Yeah, y'all go ahead, man, and support the merch, man. As you can see, it pairs well with different things. But today, this is what I'm rocking it with. But I'm trying to get my bro Happy Life on. It still says that you're unable to join Happy Life. So I tell y'all, okay, hold on. I see a request. Perfect. This is what I needed. All right. I just accepted your request. I just accepted it. Come on. Yes,
man.
We got it to work, man.
I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. I just set up this new office in here, and I don't know why, but I couldn't get the you kept freezing on me, so
okay.
I'm back to the good old iPhone. So
well, I'm sorry that it gave you those issues and everything, man. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm extremely excited about having you on. I know you're a busy man, so I just want to say before we start, thank you so much for taking the time to do this interview with me.
Oh no, man, thank you. It's a pleasure, and I always love to chop it up with people that are in the sneaker world.
Yes,
and, yeah. So it's always fun for me. I don't mind doing it at all.
Absolutely. So we always, on my show, brother, we always try to start it off by just positive vibes. So I want to know, man, how was your day, man? Did you have a pretty good day today?
Today, yeah, it's been working.
Been working, huh? Okay.
Yeah, my routine is pretty much every day.
Yeah.
Is I get up early. I'm probably up around 5 o'clock. I go down to the Dunkin' Donuts. It's just down the road.
Right.
I get myself my Dunkin' coffee, and I just chill for like a half hour to 45 minutes. Do emails, and just that's like my my alone time. I just sit there, check emails, DMs, and do whatever I need to do before I really get into my work. And then I come back, and it's it's usually probably anywhere from a 10 to 16 hour day.
Yeah.
And and that's what it's, the same thing I did today. So it's pretty much my routine. I love it. I wouldn't rather be doing anything else.
Of course.
I worked in the corporate 9 to 5, and it's such a refreshing change for me these last 3 years to be able to just kind of do what I want, beat to my own drum, come and go as I please, and do what I love.
I love it.
It's amazing. It's amazing, man.
I love it.
Amazing.
And that's the ultimate end goal for a lot of us, who are working and doing what we got to do until we can do what we want to do. Yeah. So I love that. That's truly inspiring to me, and I'm sure everybody that is on that same path that's in the comment section. So I appreciate you sharing that. So let's get right into it. You do amazing work, clearly, but I want to know, how did this journey start for you? How did you get into these detailed pieces using wood? And I just love to know how it all began for you. So talk to me on that.
Yeah, I feel really blessed that it really, to be honest with you, kind of like, it just kind of like I kind of stumbled upon it. Like I said, I was in the corporate, I was in marketing, and I have a degree in graphic design. So I started out in graphic design, moved into marketing later in my career. I was for 28 years, and I was just so burned out. It was just, I was not happy. It really took its toll on my life, my mood, stress level, and nobody wants to be in that position. So I was trying to find a way that I can relieve some of that at
Yeah.
least. And so I said, I'm going to try my hand at woodworking. I had really never even used any type of woodworking tool before, and this is a little over 4 years ago. And so I picked an easy project to do, and just by doing that project, I found that I just got lost. Like, I forgot about anything else going on in my life,
Right.
and just focusing on that was so therapeutic to me, that I'm like, I found something here to really make me happy. And so I started, I progressed in that. I kept teaching myself how to do really traditional woodworking. I was doing coffee tables and, different, simple things that I could do from plans, and learning on YouTube, and traditional woodworking things.
Right.
And I kind of got a little bit bored with that, just because I'm a really very creative person. My mind's always working in creative ways,
Absolutely.
so I was like, how can I take this woodworking and these skills that I've learned, and do something artistic with it?
Yes.
And so being a sneakerhead, and always loving sneakers, and of course I have a son that I basically, out of no choice of his own, became a sneakerhead the day
I
he was
love it.
born.
I love it.
So he's grown now. He actually manages all my social and
Oh,
my brand stuff
okay.
and
Awesome.
everything. So we're a team. Yeah. So I wanted to see if I could make basically a picture out of wood of a sneaker, and I did the Cement Threes, which was our favorite sneaker, because we love the sneaker. Plus, I waited in line with him to get a pair, and I don't know, it was like 2014 maybe, and so that was kind of special for us.
Yeah.
So I did that, and I was using scraps around the shop, and I kind of challenged myself and said, I'm not going to use any paints or stains. I want to try and use the colors of the wood to kind of mimic the colors in the
Love
sneaker.
it.
And so I did it, and I was pleased with it. I didn't have really any experience or knowledge in carving, or that type of thing. So in the beginning, it was really just going to be kind of a flat picture
Yeah.
that was almost like a puzzle with the pieces just kind of put together. And I started sanding some of it, and I started using some different tools, and I'm like, wow, this thing's starting to look real. I'm starting to give it some
Right.
dimension. So I showed it to my son, and he was like, this is incredible. He's like, I don't even know what to say. He goes, I really think you need to continue honing this craft. And
Absolutely.
so then I I wanted to challenge myself. I always like to challenge myself, in every project that I
Absolutely.
do, to try and grow and evolve. And the next thing I wanted to do was I wanted to try a portrait, and I wanted to do a portrait of Kobe, and it was right around the time of his passing. So
Wow.
it took me like 6 months just developing my process, and
Yeah.
kind of like just figuring out how I could achieve the look that I wanted to achieve in an efficient way, in a way that was up to my standards in terms of detail and things like that. So it took me like 6 months. So I finally finished it, and again, I got a really good response from people. And I was still in my 9 to 5, and my buddy asked me if he could share it on Instagram, and I said, sure, no problem. So he did, and like, I don't know, like an hour later, he texted me. He's like, you're not gonna believe this, but Pau Gasol just shared it on his story. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. And at the time, I didn't have any Instagram presence. I really hadn't formed my business or whatever.
Right.
And
Right.
so then I'm like, that's really cool. I was excited, whatever. And so
Absolutely.
then, I don't know, a little while later, he said, well, you're really not going to believe this. He DM'd me and wants to know how he could purchase it. And so next thing I know, I'm
Whoa.
on a Zoom call with Pau Gasol, negotiating a price, for this piece. And I was
Whoa.
like, it was kind of surreal. And once that happened, and he shared it on his Instagram, he actually posted a picture of him in the
Right.
piece. That's when everything blew up. And so I owe a ton to Powell and Kobe. Even I always, not only am I a huge fan of his, and respect everything that he ever did, and
Yes,
who
absolutely.
he was. I try to mimic his work mentality, the Mamba
Of
mentality, and
course.
just really, so I owe a ton to those guys. And then, it was off to the races. I mean, we literally, my son and I, and right at that same time, because of COVID, I had gotten laid off. It was right during COVID.
Wow.
And my son said to me, he goes, "Dad, don't even worry. You're gonna do this full time, and I'm gonna help you." He was in the influencer space, not as an influencer, but as on the back end, with
Yeah,
software
yeah.
and things. So he was working with brands, and in the whole influencer space. So he's like, "I'm gonna help you. We're gonna do this." So we went at it like full bore,
Yeah.
because at the time I only had two pieces. So I'm like, if I'm gonna
Right.
do this, I gotta build a portfolio, or at least
Right.
be able to show people. So our mentality was, let's get as many eyes on my work as possible.
Absolutely.
And our, in that we just approached a lot of different people, and because of the uniqueness of what I do, it's really not, it's, from what I can see, there's really nobody else doing it out there. It just struck a chord with a lot of people.
Yeah.
The ones that we could actually get to understand what it was,
Right.
because
Right.
there was this big gap in people understanding that it was all real wood, and then people that just didn't understand it or thought it was painted. So
Uh
that's where that whole mantra, of me when I first started, was just like, hey, what you're about to see wasn't painted or stained. It was almost like we had to like hit them right in the mouth, right
right.
out of the gate with it,
Right. Right.
and just be blatant about it. And that formula really worked, and we got a lot of virality, and a huge amount of growth.
I love it.
So a ton of thanks to my son too. He,
Definitely.
I always say, without one of us, either one of us, it wouldn't work. Like,
I
without
love it.
him doing that, it wouldn't work. Without me doing the art, it wouldn't work. We're both just as important to everything that we're doing.
Well, major shout out to your son and you as well for working with your son. It just shows that chemistry and that hard work that y'all both put in to be able to get the brand to where it is right now. And I
Thank
know
you.
it's going to continue to thrive and continue to grow. What's crazy is I was literally going to ask you, like, are you a big sports fan? Because I know a lot of your work delves into, like, sports sneakers, and also like baseball jerseys, basketball jerseys. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was something I was going to ask you, because I happen to be a huge sports fan, diehard Kobe guy. So it's amazing that you brought that up.
Yeah.
Me and Kobe Bryant were actually born on the same day.
Oh,
So I'm a
really?
yeah,
That's
we're
awesome.
born on the exact same day, and
That's
I'm a
awesome.
huge fan of Kobe Bryant. So it's amazing that this is how the journey started for you. It's just so cool to hear somebody talk about Paul Gasol, a guy that I used to watch all the time,
Yeah.
and winning back-to-back championships, and you're talking to him, and this is how it kind of started, for
Yeah.
you. I think that's so cool.
You can only imagine how I felt,
Yeah,
also being a huge fan. But yeah, I'm a huge sports fan. I was basically, again, I didn't have any choice either, because my dad was, and I had a brother, and we were just raised, and everything revolved around sports,
yeah,
everything. And I had this artistic ability, but like, I didn't really embrace it until I was older, just
okay,
because I was in this sports realm, and everybody wants to make their dad proud, so I focused on sports, and I did them all, and I did well
yeah,
and everything, but I didn't really embrace the art side Because really back then too, it just seemed like that wasn't the cool thing to do. You know what I
Right.
mean? But
Right.
I did. Thankfully, my parents did push me in that direction, and I went for art to college, and ended up pursuing a career in graphic design.
I
And
love it.
but yeah, it's really enabled me. The whole sports side of things has enabled me to do what I love, and then also incorporate what I'm passionate
Yeah.
about, into that same thing. And my son and I, that to me, it's the most special thing about all of this life changing, stuff that's happened to me is, is working directly with him, and just being able to share that with him. I mean, we've done. I mean, we've sat courtside at NBA
Yeah.
games. We've been in the Miami Heat locker room with PJ Tucker.
That's
We've
so
been in the
dope.
Chicago Bulls on the court, doing a piece there.
That's so dope.
As recently, the biggest thing for he and I is we're big golfers too.
Yeah.
And
You know,
and
all these, I'm gonna ask about all of this too. So
yeah.
go ahead. You can actually bring it up. Go ahead. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, bring it
I'm
up.
so used to talking about
Nah,
this stuff, and that people
look,
always want to know my
perfect. Talk
story.
about it.
So,
Talk about it. Talk
I
about it.
tend to ramble. So, if I get rambling too much, just tell me to shut up, and you want to
Oh
ask
no,
another
no, no, no,
question.
no, no. We wanna hear it. That's the whole point of talking on this episode, brother. We want to get to know like how, just the ins and outs of everything. So yeah, huge golfers. Cause
Yeah,
I mean that's actually a perfect segue into one of the questions that I had. I saw that you have a collaboration with Jordan Brand. Y'all came out with the golf sneaker, which I
yeah.
thought was crazy
Thank
dope. I'm talking about
you,
crazy dope.
thank you.
So um is that something that you've always wanted to delve into, like a collaboration with Jordan, or was it any brand you were open to doing something like that with? How did that opportunity come about, and should we expect something in the future with Jordan Brand again?
Yeah, so it's always been a dream of mine to collaborate on a sneaker, or and it's funny, we look back at my son had made some goals a couple of years ago, or right at the beginning really, and he said one of his goals was to have me do my own sneaker.
Awesome.
And it's unbelievable how it came to fruition. It was a long journey. It was over 2 years in the
Wow.
making. And it's we the way it happened was is Gentry Humphreys, who is the was the head of Jordan Brand for years, and like is an absolute legend. I mean,
Yeah.
he's one of the legends in the game. He happened to reach out on Instagram because his wife had seen my work and mentioned it to him, and so we jumped on a call with him, and we were just happy to be able to meet him and chop it
Yeah.
up, and he's such a legend, and
Right.
but we started talking, and he's like, I really see some synergies here in terms of, because he had at the time had just taken on the responsibility to build the Jordan Golf brand,
Yes.
right beside Michael, and so he's a big storyteller. He loves
Hmm.
storytelling, and he goes, I see something here that equates to the old clubs and how they were made out of wood, and the craftsmanship and the detail that went into the clubs and making them, and what you're doing, and I really love the whole tie in there, and I think there's a possibility that we might be able to collaborate on a
Wow.
shoe. And in that first meeting, Stevie and I are like, our jaws are on the
Of
floor.
course. Yeah.
It was like, wow. And he's like, let's keep in touch, let's keep talking, and let's figure something out. And it was, like I said, it was a long road, and there were times when we're like, this is never gonna happen. but he stayed true, and you know, we kept having meetings, and you know, I think the biggest moment for me in that whole process, well, there's two. When so I designed the look of the
Hmm.
sneaker. I did a rendering, and he wanted a copy of it. He said he had to go into a meeting and he wanted to show it or whatever. And the next day, I got an email from him, and he goes, "Just wanted to let you know that Michael loves your work and he loves the design." And
Oh,
I'm like, "Are you
wow.
kidding me?" I'm like, "Oh my God, you know, this is unbelievable." I mean, I didn't know that the meeting was with him, you know. I thought it
Right,
was for
right,
his
right, right.
team or whatever. So that was a huge moment. And then we met with Gentry in New York City, and we sat down, and he brought the sample, and I was like, I could hold it in my hands, and I'm like, wow,
I know.
this is so surreal. Like it's just full circle, you know, from doing the design to seeing the shoe,
Absolutely.
and you know, so really, you know, so much credit goes to Gentry. I mean, in believing in us and believing in me,
Wow.
and yeah, it was just amazing. And the one icing on the cake that I'll add here
Okay.
that I think you'll appreciate is, so along with the shoes, the whole plan in the beginning was I would do the shoe in wood,
Right.
and we would, you know, auction it off or do whatever, just so we could tie in the story and kind of get content of me creating it, doing what I do.
Definitely.
Um, so I ended up doing the locker. You know, I did the locker with the Jordan polo hanging below it and stuff. And so that piece is in Michael Jordan's house.
Oh man.
Yeah.
How
And
cool is that, man?
so then the real icing on the cake though is my son and I were able to go and play the Grove, his golf course, and
Yeah.
meet
Oh,
him.
oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So
know that was like y'all probably was speechless.
yeah, I can't even describe. It's funny,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's funny, my son always says now, he's like, I don't even remember the
Right,
exchange.
right.
He goes, I don't need. He goes, I don't remember his face. I don't remember. He goes, it was just a blur.
Yeah, yeah. It would make sense, man. I mean, it's Michael Jordan, and y'all are playing golf with him.
Well, we didn't play golf with him, but we met him.
Oh, well,
We
you know
met
what I
him.
mean. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay. But it's just the mere fact that you met him and y'all played on his
yeah.
course. I mean, come on. I mean, honestly, that's pretty amazing, man. So yeah, it makes sense why it would be a blur. It would be a blur for anybody, I
Yeah.
believe.
I made sure I was in the moment, and like I embraced it and was like, I'm gonna remember this, you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
made
yeah.
sure I was present. So I
Right,
do
right.
remember it. I remember the look on his face, everything. So it
Oh
was
man.
it was
That I
very,
mean,
yeah, it was cool.
you were absolutely right, man. I'm blown away by that story, and I love a good story. That's one of the things that on our show, bro, we just try to uh, just be good listeners and be attentive to the different stories because these stories kind of are memories that we'll never forget. So
Hmm.
I just appreciate you sharing all these detailed stories and these incredible people that have changed your life as well as been a part of your journey because it's still going. The journey's still going.
I appreciate you letting me share it.
Oh
So
yeah, man.
thank you, man.
This is look, this is great content. I'm enjoying it. I mean, honestly, that's what our show is all about. Just having a conversation, and the people that are tuned in, they can just learn and get to know you. I'm sure your followers and people that have been following you for a very long time, they're just happy to hear from you even more and to learn more about it. So this is just great.
Yeah, I mean,
I
shoot.
actually. Oh, go ahead, bro.
Well,
Go ahead.
I just wanted to mirror that and just say huge, you know, shout out and thank you to all the people that do support me and follow me,
Yes.
because they're amazing, man. It's you know, when I first started in this, and I, you know, I was doing the sneakers, the sneaker community embraced me like you can't even imagine. I mean, it was such a nice, as well as the woodworking
Oh
community.
yeah, for
So,
sure.
the people that support me and follow me, I owe the world to them, because they're what motivate me and every day, and the kind words and is so nice.
I love it. I love it, man. Absolutely. So one of the first videos, you wouldn't know this. That's why I'm telling you. One of the first videos that I actually saw of yours was you gifting PJ Tucker a piece. I'm a huge fan of PJ Tucker. Of course, he's one of the biggest sneaker collectors in the world. We know that, and we've always been very supportive of him. Can you tell me, was that spurred a moment, or was that something that was planned? Y'all knew he was gonna be there. We gonna drop off this
Yeah,
amazing piece to you.
yeah.
Tell us about this story. How did that come about?
It's a great question, and I have another good story for it, actually.
Awesome. Let's do
Um,
that.
so I think after one of the first videos went viral, Duncan Robinson, who plays for the Heat,
Yes.
reached out,
Great dude.
and he was inquiring about doing a
Mm-hmm.
piece, and we had a call with him, and and he was down and everything, but during that call we said, hey, can you help us get my work in front of PJ? He's the biggest sneakerhead in the world.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? Now that I think about this, let's do this. He goes, let's do the piece for PJ. I'm going to gift it to him, because he's always saying that I owe him because he sets so many screens for me. So that's how that started out.
Yeah.
And Duncan is, I can now call a friend. I text with him from time to time, and
That's awesome,
he's
man.
he's 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 an elite human being.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable, and he was just so. We told him, we want to go there. We want to present a piece to him, if that's okay. And he was like, absolutely, man. Let's make this, an experience. So he had us down to Miami. We set it up with PJ. We pull up, and that's the video. And his reaction is
Yeah.
priceless.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you do the
You
wood.
do
We
the
we love
wood.
that."
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Right. Right.
yeah. So that was really cool. And then after that, we went in the locker room and chopped it up and just had an unbelievable experience. So
Yeah,
that
man.
was really special. So yeah, Duncan actually commissioned that piece to gift
Wow. Wow.
to PJ.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love a
yeah.
great backstory, man. That's so cool. Like, that's so cool to me, seriously. So, one of the things that we do on the show, and this is pretty much the meat of it, really. We do a top 10, and normally it's with sneakers. But I wanted to do something really cool today. Instead of it being a top 10 or top 5 with sneakers, we wanted to know if you would show some of your favorite pieces, if you could, on camera. Is that
Well,
possible?
well, I would love to do that, but to be honest with you, every piece that I've done is a commission piece. So when I'm done with it, it's gone. So
Ah,
I and
makes
and
sense.
the other thing about my work is it's very, very time
Yeah,
consuming, laborsome, and my pieces take me on average about a month. So once I'm done with them, I can only do you know 7 to 12 pieces a year. So
yeah,
I don't have a lot of time to just like do pieces for myself or just have
yeah,
them
yeah. That
around
makes
here.
sense.
um I do. You know what? I do have something that I'm going to share on here, and this is going to be a very exclusive preview for anybody that's on here,
Well,
and
I'm
it's
appreciative, brother.
it's
I'm
something
very appreciative.
it's something that I haven't shared yet with anyone, and I'm really excited about it. It's something that it's taken me about 2 years to develop how to do it, and wasn't quite sure if I would be able to. So
Right.
I'll give you a little background on it.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Do
when you
that.
see when you see my pieces, you know, generally speaking, they're two
Hmm.
dimensional. They look three
Hmm.
dimensional if you hold them face
Right.
on, but if you turn it over, it's flat. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's
Right.
it's
Right.
a, it's 2D with a 3D perspective.
Got it.
Okay. So my goal was I want to create a full 3D sneaker out of all these different woods that go together. Now, have people done 3D sneakers before? Sure, but they start from one either block of wood or marble or something, and they carve it to a finished piece, and it's just that one color of that,
Right.
either the wood or the marble. So trying to figure out how you take all these different sections and piece them together and get that was pretty complicated, but I figured out how to do it, and I'm actually going to share it with you guys.
Man, I'm so grateful for this. Honestly, I understand that. I'm so grateful for this. Just want to let you know that.
Keep it under your hat if you can.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Nothing's gonna be said. Yeah, we really appreciate this. Oh, man.
This is all. Man. It's all wood. There's no paints or stains or anything on it.
I bet you any amount of money, everybody inside of the comment section is like, I need to have that in my house.
Yeah, I'm
amazing, man. Like,
yeah, no, hey, thank you. I appreciate that, man. I really do, and it's something I'm excited about because I wasn't even sure if I would be able to do it, you know, and but you know,
I mean, it looks
for those
like the real sneaker, brother. Like, I mean, it looks like a real thing, man. Honestly, that's so crazy, man.
Yeah.
Whoa. Like, wow. I mean, honestly, we knew you were super talented anyway. I mean, with the woodwork and everything that you've been doing, man. But it's the realism in the art that is just so crazy, man. I mean, honestly, if you were looking fast, you would think that was like a real shoe. You definitely would.
Yeah. From a distance, it does look real, and that's my goal. That's what I do. That's, you know, to me, that's the part that I love, is trying to get it to a point where people say that, you know, that looks real.
Yeah,
that's, you know, absolutely. That's my goal. So yeah, man, it was fun. I'm working on another one right now.
Okay.
And yeah, that we'll be rolling that out to everyone at some point. But
I'm making sure I'm on alert, man. I'm gonna make sure I'm paying attention. I'm tuned in so I can see what this next thing is gonna be. So you know what? Something that I would love to know. I know that you mentioned earlier that you're a sneaker head and you love shoes. That's what the crux of the show is all about. So what are some of your favorite sneakers? How about we do something with that? You may not be able to show them on camera, but let's talk about it. You know, some of your favorite shoes.
Yeah. It's here's my.
Okay. Well, look, hey, this is what the crux of the show really is.
Yeah.
You know, showing sneakers off. So okay.
I don't know how well you can see it here. But can I?
We can see it back there in the back, man. We see it pretty good.
There we go. Yeah. There's a little bit of heat there.
Yeah.
So
man.
Some special ones. Obviously, my you know, my shoes that I did with Jordan Brand.
Hold on. Is there any way that you could take those out and show us?
I actually have another pair over here.
Perfect. I would love to see I saw the picture. I was like, this would be cool to see it on live. Like, wow.
These are the ones that I soul swapped and made sneakers out of.
I love it, man.
Yeah. So
it's like it wasn't many of these made soul swap like this. This is a custom one of one for you, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's custom. I had a sneaker customizer.
This is so cool, man.
Yeah. So I had, you know, you have to take the bottoms off another 9 and
right.
But
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What made you choose the Jordan 9 to be the Jordan?
That's a good question. I actually didn't.
Oh, okay.
That was basically, you know, something that was that was basically, what they said we were going to be doing, and
Well, hey,
they said,
I would have said the exact same thing. I was
yeah,
just grateful. Yeah, yeah.
they're like, put your spin on the nine, and in terms of
Yeah, I see you got
that.
some Travis Scott, some Lost and Founds,
Yeah,
Off
yeah,
Whites.
yeah. This is probably my favorite sneaker of all
Oh
time.
man,
Um,
I think
I'm not.
didn't I see that you did something with woodwork with a pair of twos?
Yeah, I did. I did the
Yeah,
two. I did the off whites. Yep.
sure did.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah, and it's
very
funny
cool.
because I know that you've had Andy on here,
Yes.
Andy Dutton, and he and I are good, good friends, and he's good friends with my son too. And so he actually, we collaborated with him on that, and I'm trying to think if he photographed them for me. He photographed another pair for me because for me to use as reference, but he's a great guy, man,
Oh,
awesome guy.
absolutely, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
one of the best, man. And I'm so grateful. Like I said, this is a privilege for me, honestly, not only to get to know y'all and become friends, man, but just to interview y'all and see a bit into your lives and the type of things that y'all are into. So I'm just grateful, honestly, man. Really, really thankful
No,
for this.
I'm grateful for you, man. I appreciate you doing this. So these are the Happy Life Wood custom.
Oh man, that's a
Do you know
cool
who
looking pair, man.
Jordan Diaz is?
That
He's
name
a
sounds familiar. Can you tell us
yeah
a little bit about him?
he's in Las Vegas,
I think I
and
heard
has
his name.
we've been friends for a while. We followed each
Okay.
other, and big fan of his work. He does amazing work, man. And he did these for me, and he's a great person, and his talent is through the roof. He produces like the quality in his shoes that he makes are amazing. So he did
Absolutely.
those for me. The for when I met did the reveal piece with Julius Randle. I wore those.
I
So
love them,
yeah,
man.
it's more Travis Scott's. I really like these are the So I did
I see
a
the
piece for
Dornbeckers down there too.
yeah, I did a piece for the Dornbecker event. What 2.5 years ago now,
Yeah.
and so Nike had me, uh, Nike and Dornbecker had me create this piece that featured all of the sneakers that were released that the kids did in that year,
Oh
and
wow.
yeah, you can see it on my Instagram, but
We de-
it's
we're definitely got look, y'all better be on that Instagram. All right. Checking
yeah.
this out.
Those are two that they gifted me, for doing the piece, and so those
So
are really
cool.
special. So I was able to go to the gala the night where they auction them off,
Yeah, yeah.
and and present the piece, and we auctioned the piece off, and all that. The 100% of that money went to the Dornbecker charity.
That's
So
so awesome, man.
yeah. So
That is
those are
so awesome.
those are some favorites of mine. I got
Yeah.
the Space Jams. I got I really love the
The
SB.
SB4s.
Yeah.
Man, I'm still to this day, I'm upset that I couldn't get them for retail, brother. I was telling everybody, I was like, this shoe is gonna go crazy. It's gonna sell out. And they were like, man, a lot of people was telling me, like, man, it's not that big of a deal. And then when they dropped and they did exactly what I said, everybody was like, man, like you were right. Like that shoe went, like it flew off the shelves. I'm like, I told you.
Sneaker of the year. Sneaker of the
Exactly,
year.
exactly. I was
Yeah.
like, I told
The
you.
the other one that I uh really loved that came out this year, and I think could be up there for sneaker of the year,
Potentially. Okay.
is the Nina
Oh,
Chanel's, man.
oh, easily,
Those
easily could
those
be up
are
there.
those are so I mean the detail on the shoe
Yes,
is
yeah. I
just
see you got the Jackie Robinsons, got the
yeah,
gold medal Kobe's. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm looking. I'm
yeah,
looking. I'm paying attention. Got the
yeah,
Bray reimagines.
yeah. I just
That
I don't
Nina,
know,
that
man.
Nina is amazing, and I'm
Yeah,
definitely gonna cop it really soon. I'm gonna cop that shoe really, really soon.
yeah. And I wanted those so bad, and I wasn't able to get them at retail. Um, but I'm really thankful that actually Jordan Brand sent me a pair, so I was like,
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
man, that's
That
amazing.
is
Yeah,
amazing. Well,
yeah.
man,
So that's a little peek.
I really appreciate that, man, because not everybody is willing, and it's okay, because it's okay to be private with your collections, because it's your collection and you can do what you want with your collection. But I'm just really grateful to get a
Oh yeah,
glimpse into your
no
sneaker
problem,
world.
man.
Yeah,
To me, that's part of being a sneakerhead, is sharing and talking about sneakers, sharing what you have, being envious of what other people have. It's the whole thing. And what's crazy is I didn't start really collecting until I got into this.
hmm,
I always loved sneakers. I kept up on them, and but I mean, I just never. I had a family. It was just hard to find that, that extra money to buy them. So,
yeah,
but now that I've gotten older, it's something that that I'm grateful that I can actually do, and I really appreciate it. So
awesome, man,
yeah.
awesome, awesome, awesome. So, do you is there anything that's dropping coming out for the rest of this year that you're planning on copying?
Oh, as far as shoes go, what
Yeah.
I did just get, and I think it was slept on big
Okay,
time.
so this is a
Uh,
recent cop. That's what we.
yeah,
Yeah. So
I
what?
just got the book one uh what are they, the pythons,
Ah,
the book one
yeah, yeah,
pythons.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I think those are so dope, man.
for
I don't
sure.
know, but I got them, and I'm happy about it. So
Yeah, yeah, and that's what it's all about. As long as you're happy about them, it doesn't matter what anybody else is happy about as far as like shoes. Because the sneaker community is up and down. Like, some people think that this shoe is hype, this shoe is not hype, this shoe is good, this shoe's bad. But at the end of the day, wear what you like, right?
yeah,
Wear what you love.
yeah.
And
The other one that I think was kind of slept on too, that I got, was the Kobe uh, Olympics. I mean, I thought this
yeah, the
was a
gold
beautiful
medal.
shoe,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I mean, it was easy to get. Sometimes I'll have, a few people going for me. I'll have my wife, I'll have my daughter trying for
Right,
me,
right,
and
right.
I think we all hit on them. I'm like,
It's a family affair,
wow,
man. I
yeah,
love it. I love it. Yeah,
yeah,
I get my wife to do the exact same thing, brother. And my boys are young. I have two boys myself, man. A 7-year-old and a 2-year
that's
old. So
awesome.
I'm gonna tell you, my prayer is one day, they get into business with me, similar to the way that you and your son are in business right now. But if it's not their path, it's not their path.
Yeah,
But what I can tell you is that not my oldest, my 7-year-old, he is starting to become a big sneakerhead in his mind. Like, he's like, yeah, I want all my sneakers stacked up on the wall, just like yours. I
I
want, yeah,
love
yeah,
that. I
yeah.
love that,
So
man. To me, that is, to me, it was such a great, bonding thing with my son.
yeah,
I think it's just so great to be able to share in a mutual love for something.
absolutely,
And just it's relatable. You know what I mean?
absolutely,
A lot of things when kids are young, that sometimes I think parents have a tough time relating to their kids, or the kids have a tough time relating to them. But if you can find some things that you share together that you're interested in, it really, I think it's monumental in raising your kids, and getting to know them better, and getting them to maybe open up a little bit more,
hmm,
and just through that communication, that sharing of stuff, they feel
absolutely.
comfortable. So it was very special to me. It was that, and sports. I mean, I coached all my son's sports when he was younger, and both of those things, I think, any parent should encourage. I'm not saying everybody should encourage their kids to, want, tons of these expensive sneakers, but
Right, right, right.
at some level, if you can try and connect over something similar to that, I think it's really important.
Uh, let's see. Evan's Workshop says, say hi to Steve
Hey,
from his buddy Evan.
what's up,
I'd
Evan?
appreciate that.
How you doing, buddy?
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Evan's a great woodworker. I
Yes.
met him at a conference a couple of years ago, Workbench Con, and great dude, man. He's doing some great things.
I
So,
love it.
what's up, man?
Shout out to him, man. So to close out the show, I want you to give some wisdom to somebody that has a dream and they're trying to accomplish similar to what you've accomplished. Because when you started this, it was a lot of work, you mentioned, a lot of hard work and effort put in by you and your son, and I'm sure others that have helped you to this point. But for a person that is trying to accomplish what you've accomplished, to be independent and have their own business, not have to go in for a 9 to 5 every day, but to be able to do something that they love and to pursue it and to achieve success through it, what would you say to that person? Today, I'm that person, so you can use me as an example as well.
Sure. It's I guess the wisdom that I can impart, is kind of what worked for me. And I think a lot of times when it's passion, and it's being passionate about something, and it doesn't always have to be that end goal of, I'm going to make a career out of this, or I'm going to, blow up with this. It's just finding a passion and doing it to the absolute best of your abilities, and making sure that you're having fun along the way doing it. So,
Absolutely.
one of the things, that I look back on is, I think we all sometimes get into a routine, right? We're very routine humans, and I think a lot of times people get in the routine of, okay, you go to work, you may be happy in it, you may not be. You come home, you have dinner, and then you sit down and watch TV,
Right.
And I think that what I found was I was doing that. I was coming home, you sit down on the couch, you watch TV for the rest of the night. And I'm like, there's just got to be something more productive that I could be doing, something more fun. That's when I kind of I looked at my, my capabilities and what I, feel that I have different strengths in, and said, let's try this. And again, I didn't start out to say, I want to find something that I can do to get out of this job. I basically started doing it just as, like I said before, as a stress reliever. Right. Just believe in yourself. It's not always easy. I can speak for myself, but as an artist and as artists, I mean, you're your own worst critic, right? So, right. Sometimes you do get down, and one of the things that's been very key to what we've accomplished has been social media. But I can tell you that at the same time, I've hated social media. You know what I mean? I love it and I hate it. I love it and I hate it. But you can really, and I fall prey to this. Trust me, I fall prey to this. My son is the one that has to talk me down. You really get too caught up in, the likes and the numbers and and you start to question your self-worth and your talent based on that. And it's very, very hard not to, but at the end of the day, you just have to know that what you're doing, is the best that you can do. And it doesn't matter what, other people think about it. It's, as long as you know that you put your all into it, and you are proud of it, then, but I would say, just pick something you're passionate about and try it, and just give it your best shot.
Appreciate that.
I do also, I think that I consider myself extremely fortunate to the point where sometimes I'm like, I don't even know why this happened to me. Like, why do I deserve it? as opposed to somebody else or another artist out there that just isn't getting traction. And but you know, I think that there's also a certain amount of, you know, I think it's all hard. I think it's extreme hard work and luck. And I think that, you know, you also can't expect it to happen right away.
Right.
Now I think I'm an exception to that. Like, you know, I think this is 3 years now, and some of the things that we've accomplished and such is really not very common. So it's hard for me sometimes to give people advice, because I know what's happened to me is not a normal thing, you know.
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
And but I mean, I think at the root of it is passion, hard work,
Passion
and
and hard
believe
work.
in you, and believe in yourself, and don't let social media, you know, tell you that you can't keep pursuing what you're doing.
There you go. Steve, honestly, I'm honored. We're closing out the show now, but I'm very honored just to get this opportunity to chat with you for a sec, get to know you as a person, as a business, a brand. You're a family man. I love that about you, man. And you know, I'm very, very grateful for this conversation. I feel inspired leaving this live, and I'm sure a lot of others who are dreaming and want to accomplish certain things, they are inspired by all of the things that they got to see, witness, and hear from you today. So I just want to tell you, man, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule and you know, just running it with me for a sec, man. This has been an awesome thing, and I pray down the line in some type of way we're able to collab and do something again for sure.
Yeah, man. No, I thank you. I'm so grateful that you reached out and you know, we're able to do this. You're a breath of fresh air, and I really enjoyed doing this live. You're really good at what you do. I just want to let you know that.
Thanks, bro.
It's not something that everybody can do. People just think, you know, oh, I could do a podcast and they get on there. No, you're natural at it, and I can tell you from doing a lot of podcasts.
Yep.
So, you know, definitely, you know, I'll tell you, you know, continue down this path, and you know, and the other thing is don't be afraid to hit up people that, you know, you think, there's no shot I'd get him, or, you know,
right.
we've done that, you know.
Right.
It's like, you'd be surprised at the willingness of people to help other people. Right. And, you know, so don't be afraid to do that. But no, thank you, man.
Thank you so much for that advice. Thank you so much.
Very, very appreciative of you having me on here and letting me share my story.
Yeah, man, and it's an amazing story at that. And I'm telling you, me personally, I'm gonna be reaching out, because look, I may need something inside of my man cave from your amazing portfolio. So we definitely gonna talk, because I love everything that y'all are doing, and I definitely want to support, man, for sure. And y'all make sure to follow Happylifewood.
Yep.
That's the name, right? Happylifewood. Y'all make sure to follow Happylifewood, man. Amazing artist dealing with woodwork. And look, I'm telling you, he's just constantly doing amazing things, and we need to support people in this community who are doing amazing and positive things. And I just feel like that's what you are, brother. So thank you so much. And I can't wait till we speak again. And I'm glad to call you a brother now inside of this sneaker community, man.
Same, man. Hey, listen, if you're ever in New York, if you're ever in New York City, my son lives in New York City. I'm sure he'd love to see you. And I'm there a lot. I'm in upstate New York, Rochester.
Okay.
So if you're ever in this area, man, feel free to hit us up, and would love to grab a meal with you and sit down, man.
Man, that would be awesome. Yeah. Like, look, I'm gonna hold you to that, brother.
Yeah.
The next time we're in NYC, I'm gonna hit you up.
Absolutely, man.
All right, man. Well, you and the fam, y'all have a blessed night. Well,
you
blessed
too,
day.
Man.
Blessed day.
Yeah, you too. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, take care.
Take care. Y'all, man, that was an amazing episode with Happylifewood. As y'all can see, gems were dropped, amazing detailed stories that you might not get from anywhere else, and people know that I have a true passion for sneakers, and I love getting to know people who love sneakers the way that I love sneakers, man. Just a powerful interview. Got to really see some dope shoes. Got to see a piece that wasn't even shown yet. I mean, Happylifewood did not have to. Steve did not have to show that on our show, and we are so grateful that he was willing to show that piece on this show, man. And I'm just so grateful for the opportunity to interview him. So y'all make sure to follow at Happylifewood. And thank y'all to everybody that tuned in to this episode, as well as everyone who got a chance to follow us. We make a lot of dope content for sneaker lovers. And I think y'all are really amazing, man, for taking the time out of your busy day as well to join us on the show, to see what was going on. I'm just very thankful for every single person that came into the comment section and was a part of the show today. How can we reach out? Let's see, God's Wife 07, how can we reach out to you to show our sports products? Please just hit us up in the DMs and we'll definitely get something worked out. God's Wife 07. For those that are tuned in and want to know how you can get a slot on Kixology Sneaker Closets, all you have to do is reach out via DM, and we'll try to set up a time and a date where we can get you on here to showcase your sneakers or one of your products that is really dope, that is relatable in the sneaker world to what we are basically doing and have a passion for. Again, I go by Retro Ryan. This is our brand, Rare City Kixology. The merch is available. We have merch available in the it's actually in our bio. If you go to our bio right now, the link is up there. You'll be able to check out our merch. We got shirts, we got hoodies, and we got a bunch of other things coming out really soon. So make sure to support, man. Y'all know what it is. I'm really thankful, man. That's the most I can say about this episode. This was a powerful, inspiring episode. I'm very thankful for Steve, Happylifewood, and shout out to his son and everybody involved that made him the success that he is right now. So this is another great episode. Again, I'm so thankful. Before I go, I always like to give about 10 to 15 seconds. If anybody wants to ask any questions, this is the opportunity to ask any questions if you have them, and then we'll close out the show. Oh, no problem, God's Wife 07. No problem at all. Blessings to you. Again, man, shout out to everybody that tuned in. Let's see, we'll give it about 5 more seconds if no questions. All right. Well, y'all, this has been another great episode. Again, shout out to Happylifewood for taking the time to come on the show. And shout out to all of y'all for tuning in and being a blessing to this show. And because we know that this show wouldn't run without y'all. So we're very thankful that y'all are tuning in. For the new people that have followed us, thank you so much for following us. And like I always say, God's Wife, what's your inspiration? My inspiration is just, I'm a people person deep at heart, and people that are into similar things as me, which would be sneakers, and just the culture in general, and music, art. I'm into these things, so I've always wanted to get to know other people on a more personal level via Instagram Live. And this is just kind of like the platform that we use, but I've always wanted to get to know people who are in the same realm or in the same space as me, and just kind of pick their brain, be inspired, talk to, get to know, become friends with. And that's kind of like my inspiration for it. So we started this on Facebook. It has grown to Instagram, and we're hitting the ground running because, Lord willing, man, I'm really trying to make this into a big thing. I'm trying to get it to where we can, be like the Complex of my area, right? Shout out to Complex. I'm a big fan. We're trying to be like the Complex our area, where we get to interview, we get to talk to people in our space. And this is only the beginning, because I believe that God is going to bless those who are faithful to him. So I'm one of those believers. That's just how I rock. That's what my head is. So I'm so grateful. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Wife. And again, this has been a lot of fun. So as I always say, before I get out of here, I go by Retro Ryan, one half of Kixology Sneakers. Shout out to Rare City as well, our collaborator. And I pray that y'all get every sneaker that y'all want in the year 2024. This has been your boy Retro Ryan. Another episode. Peace.
Yo, I keep a fresh pair of shoes on. Nikes, every Jordan with the jewels on. You know the vibes, I'm a sneakerhead. On me, I